Hi, Steve from Chorus Guitar, and today you've just been watching a demo of the modelled Marshall 1959 SLP made famous by Jimi Hendrix, and this is what I was using, the Valeton GP-50. Now, I've got a GP-5 as well. Valeton were very kind to send me this one, this GP-50, so I didn't have to pay for that one, and it is awesome. You will need an app for your GP-5 if you want to make this preset up. It's the Valeton suite. It's absolutely fantastic. It's dead easy to use. And you can either use the app with this GP-50 or you can use it on its own. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run you through how to connect via Bluetooth. And please comment on all the videos. I've made lots of videos for GP-5s which work on the GP-50 as well. Comments, likes and subscribes. I'll see you in a bit. Let's have a look at how to set up the GP-50. Now, the nice thing about the GP-50 is it's got an internal battery. So that's really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press these two buttons here. It says Save and Global, and hopefully the GP-50 will jump into life. It does, it bursts into life. So I've got Save and Global. As you can see here, it's got like a little power icon. So what I want to do to connect it via Bluetooth, if you wish. Having said that, the GP-50 can be operated quite easily on its own, so you don't need to use the app. But let's just get the GP-50 app up and running. So what I need to do is, first of all, press the exit Bluetooth button. Okay, and we have a little icon flashing on and off in the top right corner. I'm going to press this little icon here on my app, then press here, and then press the blue connect device. And there you have it. All the settings are there ready for you to make your own presets. And that's how you set up the Bluetooth on a GP-50. So for the preset build of the GP-50, what we're going to do first is take a look at the noise reduction. And what we're going to do is just make sure it's set to 20, which it is at the moment, and we just need to arm that. Okay, on to the next section. We need to get the preset volume sorted out, and that is at 50. So what I need to do, just go to patch settings there and just check that I've got that set right. Yep, it's all set up right for 50, and then just pop back again. On to the next part. What I decided to do with this preset was I decided to use the NS. Okay, so I need to go into there, which is a snap tone, and I need to go and select the UK SLP. It's a really nice snap tone, this is. So what we're going to do is have a look for UK SLP. Of course, this is based on the Marshall, or it should be a snap tone of a Marshall SLP 1959. Now, I've had some really cool comments over my last video, so please do comment on what you think to these sounds and, you know, what you'd like to hear if I can get hold of them, and I will try and oblige for you. Okay, so let's have a look. So we've got 50 on the gain. Yep, that's all set up. Volume's 50, yet again. I'm gonna up the bass a little bit to 60. Just a little bit there. And then I'm going to try and just move down without upsetting the bass. Yeah, as you've seen with my previous videos, it's very easy to change that. Okay, let's have a look at that. Middle 50, and I would like to just drop the treble by 10. Pop that down to 40. Okay, now that should be okay. Make sure you arm it. Try again. There we go. And on to the next thing. Now this is quite an easy little one to do. I'm going to pop onto the EQ now, and I'm not going to use my normal EQ that I use, which is EQ1. I'm actually going to use EQ2. It deals with different frequencies, so I thought this would be the better EQ to use. Okay, so 100 Hertz set at 0, 50 Hertz set at 0, 1 kilohertz set at 0, and that 3 kilohertz I'm going to set at -5. Just a little bit down, nothing too much. And the 6 kilohertz, I'm going to take that, you know, high frequency down to -20. There we have it. The volume I'm going to set at 50, so that's all that done. Let's just arm that. And there we go. Okay, so we should have, let's have a quick listen to that. This is my front pickup, by the way. And that's a single coil. Okay, right, moving on. Oh, let's have a listen to the rear. Sounds nice and crunchy, as it should do. Okay, let's pop on to the next part. I'm not using any delays on this, and I'm just going to use the spring reverb on the reverb here. Just find that. As you probably know, I use the spring quite a lot. It's just a great reverb. I'm going to use just looking down my notes here, I'm going to use the decay on the spring reverb. I'm going to use 14 on your decay. Now the decay is like the length of your reverb, so it's pretty easy to understand on this. I love this. I love this little app. It's so cool. It's dead easy to use as well. And I'm going to use 15 on the old mix here. Let's take that mix down. I don't want a lot of reverb because it just won't sound that authentic really. And that's why I'm not using a lot of reverb. So when you hear the demo, it's not, there's not a lot of reverb lavished on it, but it's entirely up to you to what you do. I've also set it so that it's not particularly bright. Okay, if you're using live sounds, you don't want it too bright, you don't want it too bassy, because when you turn the volume up, your brain kids you into the bass frequencies getting more and the treble frequencies getting more. So it's called the Fletcher-Munson curve. It's a rather fancy way of saying it, but that's what it is. And the audience will be fooled into it as well. So I tend to keep my presets down a little bit on the reverbs and the effects, because when you turn it up, it just makes more of it really. Okay, so that's the reverb. Let's have a listen to it now. So here's the front pickup. Here's the rear pickup. Now, the rear pickup that I'm using isn't a humbucker. It looks a little bit like a humbucker, but it's actually what they call a P90, and mine looks a bit like a bar of soap, and that's why they call it the soap bar. Okay, so there we have it. That is the oh, don't forget don't forget to save at the top here by pressing that little white folder there. So there we have it. A simple build, but an effective build. Please comment, subscribe, and get the notifications on. Just keep that on. Whoops. And if you want to keep these trails on as well, you can also do that. So I'm going to just pop that on like that. There you go. So I'll see you in the future. I've got some more great presets for you to enjoy, and I'll speak to you soon. You take care. Bye-bye.